stream, I think.
Taiwan stream.
In the Taiwan stream.
Let's talk about comps though, because I think this is quite interesting. We've got on MFC, we've got a Necroless comp here. We've got an Elementalist, a Mesmer, an Engineer, a Guardian, and a Ranger. Kind of something that you would see kind of standard before the Necro patch, but something that has kind of fallen out of favor. And then we have Vile Remix running Thief and Ranger, a Guardian, and double Necro for the blue team. I kind of see it's kind of like an old versus new matchup, you know?
Yeah. The red team definitely running something that we used to see a lot back in the earlier meta. Probably a couple months ago, this would have been almost your normal thing here. But since the recent changes, a lot of teams are opting to not use Mesmers and instead use either Thieves or Necromancers in their place. Just because the job can be done virtually the same exact thing by the Thief and even a little bit more effectively in a lot of teams' opinions. So they are choosing for that. But at the same time, a lot of people are still using Mesmers because of the utility they provide. So,
I mean, Personally, I'm a fan of Mesmer. It's just such an original class, and the mechanics of the portals and just being everywhere is something that I quite value a lot. But finally, this game is about to begin. We're going to see MSC fighting for their lives here as pop open that map. Now, Blue, this is a best of one still, right?
Yeah, this is going to be a best of one, I believe. We're starting out here, and it's only going to be this one map. The winner of this will be moving on to the finals of the losers bracket.
Absolutely. Now we're seeing one member of the red team still in the base finally coming off. We're not seeing a cross map invade at all on the map here. We're going to see blue opting to go for the chieftain, and red is going to go for that early keep push. And looks like Nocturne Ops to the first one here. Rogue Sven's going to come up to meet him, but then there's we're going to see Mistband here just raining grenades down, and then of course shooting in with that those pistol skills which are so strong. Blue team's raiding party on the chieftain decides no, they're going to come in on the back here. They're going to drop that crate on the point and actually try and get Rogue Sven up. But here comes the stomp, and no, he gets Shadow Refuge, and he actually does go down from the bleed out there, Blue.
Yep, he is going to go down there from a lot of the AoE that was residual there and takes him out. And with that, MFC is not going to have a lot of room to contest here, really, in the keep. I think it is pretty much red teams at this point. We already have 2 people down from the blue team. Violent Remix is down. Red team, in the meantime, their Ranger did manage to come in there and snipe out their boss. However, in that process, the Ranger for the blue team managed to sneak in there and decapture that as well. So, kind of even open up here. Red team's going to get middle, but at the same time, they did lose mine. They are falling back now instead of contesting it. And as well, red team... Sorry, yep. Blue team actually managed to kill their boss.
Absolutely. What I really like to what I really liked from blue team is that they went down to beach to regroup.
Yeah.
Right at the mid at there, which is going to allow them to push here at their far point, which is mine. And Roguesman is already on point. Lestone and Do You Remember Love are trying to keep him off, but Jerry E is here as well. Tipsy is trying to just push off Nocturne Ops and keep them around. He's having that play farm, however, just to do some sort of condition utility on these guys. Listone is down. Do You Remember Love already got spiked down. I think this actually might go in the favor of Thailand if they continue. And no, actually yes, that was Listone who went down. Choboholic, however, is over here. The Mesmer for the red team, and he's not able to do as much as he would like to here on this point. Nocturne Ops trying to keep this point guarded down, and it looks like we have the Ranger from the blue team managing to get the forest creature, but we're going to see Mistband trying to do a little backcapping as well. Then Sarabi really needs to get on hedge point as the rest of his team is going in on mine, just to make sure that the point does not get decapped, and we're going to see a lot of red pressure heading over here, however, as Do You Remember Love and Mistband are out for blood on the hedge point.
Indeed, taking a look at Do You Remember Love now. We do have this 1v1 going on here. Still in pretty heavy conflict here, but I do believe it's actually going to wrap up here just a second as they take out Saravi. He has won that 1v1 there and is now going to take the point for the red team and expand their lead even more.
Absolutely, we're going to see one of the Necros in the blue team crossing over, trying to get back there. That's Jerry E, that power Necro, who's he's going to try and run down Mistband here, and that is going to be really interesting to see if he can do that. No, he's running up to keep, see if blue team can try and decap it here. We're going to see Vile be the first one to the point. The Listone is in between Jerry and Vile here, but here comes the Flesh Golem as well. We'll see who can get targeted down here. I'm not really sure if there goes Vile on the point. They're going to just opt to go for the objective rather than the kills here. It is 166 to 130 in the favor of red team, and mine, we're still seeing that huge team fight with Chobo and Nocturne Ops just trying to get off that point decap from blue, but Sarabi is here now, Roguesman is here, as well as Tipsy, and they're doing such a great job. Tipsy's actually about to go down though, Blue.
Yep, we are going to see him go down. Taking a look at Tipsy's point of view here now. As he retreats away from this, going to use Warhorn to get some swiftness and just get his butt out of there for the timing. I think he's going to try to get out of combat and work his way over to middle as well, where his teammates do need help.
Yeah, his teammates are actually down. Jerry got stomped. Vile is about to go down as well. It's not looking good for this thief here. It looks like Miss Band is opting to not go for this time, just let him bleed out. But Tipsy not able to get
Oof.
that res off. That was such a second earlier. He would have saved at least a little bit of that guy's life. Spawnier's back though. Looks like Roguesman is the only blue member on the mine point here, and MFC is pretty much locking everything down. We're gonna see a large fight over here at the bottom mid, where Tipsy gets knocked down, however, and it looks like he'll be joined by Sarabi momentarily. Miss Band is trying to chase him down, but he walks into that fear wall, and do you remember Love comes off the henge from behind, and they'll be shooting Tipsy in the back, and she tries to run away and get onto a point or around her teammates, but no, here comes a stop from Do You Remember Love if he doesn't get feared, and there it is. He didn't pop that fear off at the last second, but look at Keep, where Sarabi is down on point here. However, Listone, no, Sarabi gets knocked out by Nocturne Ops, getting that flag, but Vile is here. He's Shadow Refuge, and Listone is just trying to burn him to death with the Ring of Fire, and of course the Shield of Absorption gets pushed back on him as well.
Indeed, we are having that right now. Blue team currently in control of 2 capture points. They're far point, actually, and the middle point right now with 270 points to their name. 182 points for the blue team with 1 capture point to their name as well. Both bosses are available at the moment, and blue team looks like they are going to be moving in now for Henge.
Absolutely, and it looks like they're finally going to be trying to retake their home point here, which is something that I would love to see them do and come back in this game. It is 298 to 197 here, now just 300 points for the red team. Do you remember Love is on point for red? You're going up against Sarabi and his spirits here, and the rest of the fight is coming in to join him, and it's pretty much Vile and Tipsy and Jerry E doing all the work here. Meanwhile, at Henge, you do have Roguesman being a total nerd baller and being able to one-man this point for quite some time here. I'm seeing a little bit of rubber banding, there might be just a little bit of lag, but it seems to be he's pretty much fine here in this 1v2, while the big team fight goes down on Henge, and they'll be fine getting it.
Indeed, they are going to take Henge back now for their close point, but they are in trouble over here at the mine now as the red team really just swarms in on them. Unfortunately, Roguesman is actually going to optimize to pull out of here, and I think blue team's going to go for the middle as soon as they kill Chieftain, which red team won't really able to contest that, so we are going to see them now moving into the middle, possibly in just a couple seconds.
Absolutely. They did get that Chieftain kill, and they're going to be in the keep momentarily. Sven is still alive somehow, and he's trying to join the fight up at mid. He's going to be joined by look to be no, he's gonna get up there though. He'll be fine as soon as he gets up to his teammates and gets res. If he can die on point, that's even better. He might not even need it. This guy is just a total survivalist, Blue.
Yeah, very strong defense indeed coming in here from Roguesman, really showing he can hold off a point here for quite some time.
Absolutely. It looks like Spawnier's getting capped by Do You Remember Love. This is gonna be just they're going to keep running away with their lead here if blue team doesn't realize it. And there it is. They're about 400 points for red team. Keep is not yet a decap for blue as the fight is continuing on here at the midpoint. And Keep, Vile Remix, and Tipsy are in on the center with Jerry E trying to do something here. They're trying to get some work done. Roguesman finally goes down, and he's going to try and res himself. He used that wave of light a little prematurely, and Nocturne Ops is going to realize that and come over and try and get the stomp. And there it guys, and he had a long life there on that respawn. Looks like a Nocturne Ops though, and the rest of the red team crew are handily dealing with the Tie Alliance raiding party on Keep, and Tipsy is the only one left alive, but she is down, and blue team is just scattered here.
Yep, blue team really scattered at the moment. It is looking like red team's definitely going to have the advantage and possibly the game here in just a couple seconds. Only 40 points to go, and well, to say at least, it is looking up for the red team right now.
Absolutely, and you know, just part of the blue team really needs to keep banded together. They had a great comp for team fights with that double necro, and they would have done a lot better if they had stuck together. We saw, for example, Vile was headed toward mine and just got downed. Was not able to res herself. Roguesfed is now in here on Nocturne Ops, supported by Vile and Jerry, which is great, but it's just too little, too late here. As MFC will be progressing on to the losers finals to take on Strange World.
Indeed.
And then that's going to be an interesting fight.
It should be an interesting fight, so we are going to see that now. Tie Alliance, unfortunately, they fought extremely well, but they have been eliminated from the tournament. Tie Alliance is now out, and we are going to have, be having MFC move on.
Absolutely. Now, I'm excited to see MFC against Strange World. They seem to be well acquainted with each other, as we did see Strange World kind of saying that they love Mario ops from Strange World.
Yeah.
Just means that there will be quite the banter in this upcoming match, Blue. I think we do have a short break, though. So, what's going on with that?
So whoops, it is the wrong screen. Anyway, so I think we are going to take a little bit of a break here, possibly probably about 3 to 5 minutes here to get everybody in there. So we're just gonna go to a quick AFK, guys, and we'll be right back, bringing you the losers finals, which is gonna be actually wait, hold on, is it going on, or is it best of 3?
It should be. Let's ask the admins.
We were told best of 1. Hold on 1 second, guys. Yeah, I think the teams are a bit confused as well. Hold on. Give us 1 second, guys. We're just confirming details.
Best of 100.
Best of 100.
Oh, this match is a best of 1, but the next match should be best of 3.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So.
Oh wait, no, we're getting.
What? Okay. Hold on, the teams are confused too. So this is I think this was a bit of a miscommunication between the admins and ourselves here. Give us 1 second, guys. Let's see.
Interesting.
Oh, I think we're doing this again. So let me adjust the score here real quick. Red team took that last match. So 1 second. Apparently we were completely wrong, and it is gonna be best of 3. So yeah, all right, we got confirmation. It's best of 3.
Well, awesome. More content for your faces.
Well, that just completely threw us off.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like our witty banter, but I think the blue team, Thailand is gonna have a chance to come back here. And when you give a chance to somebody who is about to get knocked out of a tournament to come back, they are hungry as hell for it. And I have a feeling that if they kind of talk to each other and they figure out, what did we do wrong? Why were we scattered about? What sort of ways can we improve? I have a feeling that they're going to come back very strong.
Yeah, definitely could see. We actually saw extremely nicely played Thai Alliance, especially on this map last week. So I'm hoping they can come back at it. We may see some Lord Rushes here, and keep in mind that Lord Rush is in place, so it can really flip things around and really just shake up the game here for Thai Alliance and bring them back into this set.
That's why I love having Faux Fire as a second map of a rotation in a tournament, just because it allows that losing team to have the ability to come back in such a not demanding way, but it's such an established and pretty much encouraged way. I personally love to see this map as the second map in tournaments, just for that specific reason. Everyone is readying up, or just waiting on the players to go. We are ready to go as well, and here it is, guys.
And as soon as we get everyone readied up here, we're gonna get started. So we're just waiting for Do You Remember Love? Very interesting name there.
Blue, do you remember Love? I remember Love.
Alrighty, so this is gonna be I'm gonna ignore your point there. Anyway, so this is gonna be round 2 of Thai Alliance over here on the blue side, spawning in the Ascalonian base, going up against Mario Fan Club, or MFC, spawning over here in the Charged-themed red side of the base. Gates are open.
That's what it stands for?
Yeah, it's Mario
That's what it
Fan
stands
Club.
for?
Yeah, you didn't know that? I told you this
No!
last week.
No, I guess I wasn't paying attention.
They're
It totally
fans-
just blew my mind. I love this team now.
They're fans of
Even
Mario on
more.
Strange World, so.
Oh my god, that makes sense. There's 3 going to Quarry. We're having 2 from Red Graveyard. Nocturne versus Roguesman immediately off the bat here, and Listone is going to be supporting here. But here comes Mizman and Chobaholic to deal some damage in this fight as well. Tipsy and Jerry E are playing the fringes for the blue team. This is kind of just like one of those awkward fights you see in school where someone doesn't really want to hit first, but they really want to begin the fight. That's what we're seeing here. But here comes Nocturne and Roguesman. They're the ones that are going to be wailing away at each other first, and we're going to see who gets first blood momentarily, I think, Blue.
Yeah, usually mid-fights, at least on this map, especially when there's no crossplay, tend to be these extremely awkward dance to see who overextends first. I think in this case it's going to be Tipsy, because Red Team's going to push directly in to take him down now. But to say at least, as you've seen here and in a couple other tournaments as well, we've seen mid-fights start off extremely awkwardly. Just because of the way the map is formulated and whatnot.
Absolutely. Everyone on this map is in the midpoint here. They're going to avoid the side points for now, as it'll really show through who's winning the mid fight and kills here. Jerry E has just been so low for so long, and he hasn't died yet. There, he goes down, and he looks like they might try and res him here. And Sarabi going for the res, but no, Nocturne Ops gets the kill on him. And it looks like a lot of grenades here from MFC are going in to just do some DPS as well. Roguesman is locked down on the midpoint, is going with him as he starts this fight against Nocturne Ops, and Chobaholic is here to support, and that Mesmer is going to be doing so much damage if he can land those kills. He actually did do a masterful dodge of that great sword skill, if I do say so myself, but going over to that point where the turrets used to be from that supply crate would just lock him down further, and he goes down to Chobaholic and Nocturne Ops, and here comes Stomp, and going through that wave of light, and he's going to be fine.
So over here at the waterfall as well, we do have a fight going right here. Reinforcements are coming in for the red team as they have now gained control of the graveyard. But back over here at the waterfront, blue team just got reinforced as well, so we do have a pretty big team fight circulating over here. We did also have a thief try to contest over the car, but that didn't go so well against the Spirit Ranger.
Absolutely. Now we're going to see a red team start to run away with this game, as they do have mid and their home point. They were trying to go for waterfall just to put pressure, and I think that actually worked out in their favor as the fight has sort of gone back towards mid, but blue team is having a hard time coming back into this. It's 89, 90 points now for red team and 46 for the blue team.
So with that now, we're going to have that with the 2 control points for the red team. We are seeing blue team now using Shadow Refuge. Jerry, Ian, Vile, as well as Rogue Sven off his spawn are going to push directly into Quarry. And that was a very interesting strategy, using that to jump directly across middle point without being seen. And now, in a very nice execution as well, they have taken out Chobaholic. However, they also threw down that elixir, so he's probably going to end up getting up. Meanwhile, Rogue Sven snuck on point, not able to decap it, unfortunately for him. But at the very least, they didn't manage to surprise the red team here.
Absolutely. Roguesman finally is the only one on point for the blue team here, but it looks like that aggression on the midpoint has worked, as it is decapped in their favor. It looks like there's not a single blue person on that point, though. Nocturne and Miss Ben will get this point no problem for the red team, as blue is trying to figure out where exactly they should go. Jerry E is down on point on Quarry. Roguesman is already dead here as well. And here comes a stop from Do You Remember Love. Tipsy is just in a mire of red names here, not being able to get any support from his team. They're all split up just like last game. They need to regroup and come in this fight as a team here, as Tipsy is now down, and here comes a stomp from somebody. I bet if they don't choose to DPS her down first. And let's see exactly what blue team is trying to do.
Taking a look at blue team now coming out of the spawn. So this is the issue with the blue team, I think, right now, is that they are very much split up. They're not really using their group to their advantage, whereas the red team is just sitting together as one full group.
Look at this blue.
Yeah, I know, I'm seeing it, yeah. And it is sort of not working out to their best advantage. Red team is usually together as one strong unit. This blue team is kind of split up right now, and I don't think it's working to their best advantage.
You know, the ones coming fresh off the respawn did get into that Shadow Refuge, but it wasn't enough coming on to this point here. Vile Remix did actually go. I think he's a little bit overextended, as the rest of his team will need his support here on the point. And here comes Tipsy trying to get into the fight as well. And I think the only one over here that's not over here is Sarabi. Yeah, Sarabi's actually going into the mid at this point, but Mistband is popping through a portal back to the midpoint to just try and knock him back here. Going back to Quarry, though, the massive fight is on. Chobaholic, again, working the sides of this point here. Well, Listone and Do You Remember Love are doing lots of work. Do You Remember Love was so low for a long time, and now he's getting that heal off. And let's go in with Do You Remember Love, as he starts going in on the rest of the people here. Roguespan hammer winning away, but he's going to get locked down, and Do You Remember Love is just going to get so much DPS in on him. The block going in on the heal from Roguespan, his survivability is extremely high. They're going to res Listone now as he gets up. Listone gets res no problem. Vile Remix and everyone here is having such a tough time. Roguespan goes down. Here comes a double stomp. This you have to do the stability is there on Nocturne. Nocturne gets it into his face, and blue is not looking good for the blue team here.
It's not looking good for the blue team at all. They are kind of getting knocked here. Again, the team fight didn't even really start. Even with the Shadow Refuge, it didn't really go so well, because really within seconds the numbers were even. Reinforcements were slowly piling in, but really just red team had the number advantage there, and because of that they were able to execute it a lot better, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Now we're going to see There's no one at mid. That fight over here between, I think it's Mistband. Yep, Mistband and the spirits of Saravi here is actually going in the favor of Mistband, who's using his AoE grenades to his advantage here, destroying all the spirits of Saravi. And I think that as the rest of the blue team sort of wipes here, Jerry finally going to go down to downstate over here on the quarry. The stone and do you remember love will get that kill, no problem. Like, as this team respawns, rewipes, they are waiting for each other to go, and while they're doing that, Red is just taking such a dominant control of the map.
And also taking a look over here now at Graveyard Point, no contention there. Blue team once again grouping up out of spawn, and this is unfortunately somewhat not the best. Well, they are like behind in terms of their composition. They really can't afford to be doing this right now because they're so far behind. Red team now has the ability to rush Lord, and they need to get on the map here quickly and start decapping stuff in their favor if they want to have any chance of coming back into this.
Absolutely, we're gonna see Mistband dancing on top of some rocks here, trying to just say that, you know, we're coming for you, and you guys can do whatever, but we're gonna win this. Looks like blue team is finally disengaging from their base here. They're gonna be going towards quarry, and they're going into a huge fight here. Looks like they're gonna be met in a choke point here. Do you remember Love is choking out Roguesman? Or, you know, I'm in with Tipsy here.
Now
go ahead, Blue.
With the elimination of Do You Remember Love, that's actually could be really good for them at the quarry fight here, because they no longer have that Spirit Range to provide all those AoE benefits that he could normally provide. So that now would be an excellent time for blue team to push on to any point really, because such a crucial aspect of their team support it has been eliminated now.
You're absolutely correct here, Blue. Looks like Chobaholic is actually down, as well as Nocturne Ops, and if they get these stomps off, that's just such a great start of a comeback here, but they really need to get on that third point if they want to begin to attempt this. Of course, Red Team can sort of just bypass these points here and just give up on that and go straight for the Lord if they so choose to on the respawn here. Do you remember Love has respawned? He's going towards the waterfall right now to get that decap, trying to see if he can peel off any attention there. The quarry is going to go to Roguesman and the blue team.
And now blue team has completely flipped the board. Red team is sort of backcapping waterfall right now, but they've completely flipped the board in their favor now because they were able to eliminate Love from that and really just knock the red team out there one by one in a very awkward team fight situation. So extremely well done. They're also now going for the gate really because they don't have much of a choice. They're going to need to rush Lord if they want any chance of winning. They should wait a little bit here now though, because they have red team engaged. This is not going to go well for them if they continue on their current path, in my opinion.
Absolutely. They also do need to make sure that that water kept, as they cannot afford any more red points on the board here. We're going to see them kind of retreating back to this quarry point where Nocturne Ops and Listone and Mistband and Chobaholic, actually, they're all here. There's so much pressure and aggression on the quarry point as Red Team kind of just wants to get this over with and a win. I would say the goal here would probably be to win with kills, because that's just an easy thing that you can get over here. Here's Roguesman with the stomp on Listone. No, Listone gets up. Nocturne Ops managing to get the res up, but Chobaholic is running around here as well. Here's a stomp on Jerry E. Will it go through? It looks like yes. Jerry E gets speared. It's 457 for the red team here. Blue has got 329 points. Nocturne Ops wailing away on Tipsy. Roguesman is here to try and run interference. Chobaholic is so low. Actually, he goes down just off point. Nocturne trying to res. He gets the res off. Stomped is not.
Well, I think I may have lost Syreth there. Yep, I think I lost Syreth there, guys. Sorry about that. But anyway, continuing on the cast here, we do have Tipsy Jitriyard about to go down here. Gonna get knocked out, as well as Roguesman. So red team really turning themselves around into this team fight. Ah, loud. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Anyway, shutting that off now. We're going to turn the volume a little bit here until he comes back. But anyway, the team fight continuing on right now. Red team is showing strong potential at the moment. Also, blue team has lost the Corey at this point. Blue team trying to sneak in for Lore, but really not enough time at this point to try and come in for that. As Chobaholic now moves back, considering that they have seen this go down. But again, really just 5 seconds remaining, not including any kills either. So we do have to wait a couple seconds here to see if they go in, which is not going to happen, unfortunately. And with that, guys, red team is going to take this one. And that is going to be MFC moving on in a 2-0 victory to the losers bracket finals.